Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Greeting and best regard to all participants and many thanks to the organizer of this webinar. First of all, I offer my condolence on the mourning days for Hazrat Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam, and I hope that valuable and useful discussion will be presented in this webinar with the presence of Iranian and Indian scholars and professors. The annual mourning for Imam Hussein, the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, who was martyred in Karbala, particularly reflected the sentimentalism of the Shiite Muslim, and Karbala's long story owes to the Shiites, the social and identity. It has been a concept of significance beyond our simple mourning. The martyrdom of Imam Hussein is a symbol of sacrifice and a struggle for a great cause, which has been a model for entire humanity. The mourning ritual for the martyr of Karbala has not been limited to the Shiites of India, but Sunni Muslim and also even non-Muslim Hindus and Sikhs in this country hold a ceremony in honor of the martyr of Karbala every year, and they have a special respect to Imam Hussein. Thus, Ashura is an official holiday in India also. Therefore, love for Imam Hussein and mourning could be the common platform and cultural and religious dialogue between ethnic group and flowers of religions and sects in India, as well as between India and Iran. Ashura is a great and unique epic tragedy of human history, and poets and writers from different nations, especially from among the two lands of Iran and India, have always explained its various aspects and expressed their inner feeling. Great poets in Persian and Urdu literature have made effort to compose Ashura poems. Ashura mourning and poetry are prolified branches of a big tree of ritual and epic poetry, which is full of different literary technique and characteristics. Numerous literary creations have been formed in the Marsi. In the past Persian literature, mourning was said to be poems that were written in mourning for the past relative, caliphs, sultan, etc. But today, mourning has a special meaning, and it is the poems that are in mourning. The demise of the Holy Prophet and the Ahlul Bayt, especially Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and the martyr of Karbala. Marsi in Persian literature are generally more about Imam Hussein and the martyr of Karbala, but this does not mean that there was no Marsi written before the Ashura. The Safavid period has a special significance in the evolution of Marsi in Iran. The popularity of poetry in the Safavid period reached on its peak due to religious tendencies and special interest in reviving religion values and ideas. Safavid kings led literature, especially Persian poetry, to a new direction. During this period, the recitation of the manaqib of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and the chanting of mourning reached its peak, and religious poems were reminiscent of the event and suffering that the family of Prophet had gone through that in Karbala. Muhtashem Kashani achieved a high position in mourning by composing his famous 12 verses about the Karbala. And after nearly 4 centuries, he still has a special place in mourning and mercy. During the Qajar period, the culture of mourning ritual was developed and was become common and valuable work were presented in this period. During the Pahlavi dynasty, Reza Khan, after gaining dominance by quoted and closed many mourning ceremonies of the martyr, but during the second Pahlavi regime, despite the oppression and tyranny, there existed the holding mourning ceremony for the Imam Hussein and the martyr of Karbala. Mourning was become almost normal, and many masses were composed during his period. In the continuation of the composition mercy in the rear of the Islamic Republic, a new and endless brilliance was achieved. During this period, the work of more than 250 famous and prominent poets of the 14th and 15th century who had composed mercy or poetry on Ashura were introduced. Another important point that I need to mention is the influence and similarity of mourning in Iran and India. Due to the close relation of the people of the subcontinent with Persian culture and literature, as well as the devotion of the people of this region to the family of the Prophet Muhammad and Imam Hussein, Persian literary genres such as mourning have become popular among Muslim and Persian speaker poets and Urdu speaking Indians. With the passage of time, the Urdu language and the emergence of Urdu speaking poets who for some time were in the stage of imitation and fraudulence, the lasting work of Persian language and literature, the literary type of legacy with all the dimensions entered this literature. The noteworthy point about this is that the poet of the Urdu language always tried to develop literary genres and harmonize them with their culture and indigenous environment. However, after entering the subcontinent, the intellectual principles and creative values of Islam have reflected the culture and climate requirement of the region. In other hand, they have been combined with the intellectual philosophical heritage of India, and it has led to creativity and new development. In the meantime, the allergy changed compared to other type of the poetry in Urdu, and sometimes distance itself from its similarity type in Persian. Undoubtedly, this effort is the result of the effort of several generations of poets, and each of them was able to take a step in this evolution with initiative and innovation until the 19th century in Lucknow. This type of literature in the Urdu language reached on the peak of development. It is interesting to note that the contemporary modern poets follow the works of earlier poets in Lucknow and there are lesser innovation in their works. Since mourning is a religious example, it has a special place in the eyes of various Islamic sects and even non-Muslim in India. The important point is that from the mentioned period to the middle of the 19th century, first-class poets appeared in the horizon of Urdu literature who were able to play an important role with their innovation. Poets such as Mirza Muhammad Rafi Sauda, Mirza Taqi Mir, Iskandar Punjabi, Ghulam Ali Mushafi Ahmedani, and another in Delhi, and Mir Khaliq, Mirza Fasih, and Mirza Amir, Mirza Anis, Mirza Dabir in Lucknow, or considered some of great Urdu poets of Marathi due to their left valuable works. In addition to writers and poets, some of Indian Muslim sultans also used to compose marsiya. Historically, it can be said that Shia beliefs in subcontinent began shortly after the collapse of the Umayyad dynasty. Bijapur, the Adil Shah dynasty, following the example of the Safavid, formalized Shi'ism within their rule, and after that, the other dynasty, the Qutb-Shahi, established a Shia government in Calcutta due to two reasons. Muhammad Ghali Qutb-Shahi, Abdullah Ghali Qutb-Shah from the Qutb Shah dynasty, and Ali Adil Shah from the Adil Shah dynasty were poets and recited poetry in Persian and Urdu. At the same time, in northern India, in Delhi, the Barbarian dynasty was founded by Babur. They were Sunni Muslim, but due to their permixity to the Safavids, some of the key men in the court, they were Shia. Even one of the kings of this dynasty, named Bahadur Shah, converted to the Shiism, and a significant number of his court ministers also adopted the Shia religion and left literary work of their own. All these factors have had a great impact on the attention of the poets of his climate to the lineage of Imam Hussein. The innovation and initiative plays an important role in the richness of the literature and the special place of this type of literature in the Urdu literature. Mirza Salamat al-Dabir is a famous Marsiya poet from the Lucknow, and in a way is a rival of Mirza Anis, another great Indian Marsiya. He has a special place in Urdu literature. Among the Marsiya poets, Mirza Zamir have adopted all four elements of mourning, accepted, and soon become a master. Like Mirza Anis, he was the heir to the great master and Marsiya before him. He know all the element and component of the elegy well. He used his potentiality perfectly in expressing the feeling of the heroes of Karbala. He shows a good style of himself. However, some critics believe that Mir Anis is the most skilled Urdu poet of Marsiya. He was also very skilled in the creating new concept and metaphorical and allegorical combination. Mirza Dabir attached special importance to mourning ceremonies by composing his marsiya. And among the people, these two have been more famous than others. Wilwangan was known, and Anisiya and another group was as a Dabiri. Even the famous Persian and Urdu critic and researchers, Sheblin Omani, wrote a book called Mawazin Anis and Dabir. In the Marsiya, along with epic characteristic and theoretical elements, chronicle and raz from Persian and Urdu, Masnavi were added to the Marsiya. Each of the renowned poets of the Urdu, with initiative and innovation, added components to the Urdu Marsiya. Each of them have added to its literary richness and was able to find a special place for itself in Urdu literature. Today, this great literary heritage of Persian and Urdu is a common capital that can play an important role in strengthening the cultural ties between the two great nations of Iran and India. I hope that with the joint cooperation of Iranian and Indian universities, professors and academicians in the field of joint cooperation and researches, poetry, especially Marsiya, and issue related to Azadari tradition in Iran and India. Thanks again to those who have played an active role in organizing this webinar, and thanks to the participants who were patient and listening my words. Assalamu alaikum.